The past 25 years of high school football has had its share of memorable games. West High knocking off BHS with a last-second field goal.
It's the first time I've ever felt pressure like that before. I just went in, I concentrated, the holder did a good job, had a good snap. I'm just thankful that we came here and played a great game.
Those same two teams playing in front of 18,000 fans at Bakersfield College's Memorial Stadium, with the Drillers coming out on top of that game.
Something special took place Friday night. It was so special that 18,000 fans found their way to Memorial Stadium. And years from now, you can bet thousands of others will say they were there too. From the game's opening kickoff, this battle between BHS and West was almost too hot to handle. Little did anyone know the game's initial play from scrimmage would be a capsule of the first three quarters. The defenses would rule.
They're the only team that's really tested us all year, consistently, and they're tough. They had a good game plan defensively. They had trouble moving the ball on.
So it was the Vikings who seemed to have the early momentum. This Jason White run put the ball deep in Driller territory, and moments later, Tony Abraham would line up and kick a 33-yard field goal for the game's first points. And then lightning struck as the Drillers struck oil with what has become the trademark of their offense. Big plays. Lance Geary to Jason Oliver, 72 yards and a touchdown.
We were happy for Jason Oliver. Jason Oliver's had 4 touchdowns called back this year. Every time he catches a pass, we all look for the flag. And in fact, we nicknamed him Jinx, and that's the first time his touchdown hasn't been called back all year. And that really helped us get started in the first half.
A momentary burst of offensive firepower, and the Drillers were on top 7-3. And the Driller defense made it stand up. Just ask Anthony McClanahan.
Our defense has got off. That's all I can say about our team. We number one. Swarm. That's the key. Swarm. We like Oklahoma and SC. Swarming all the time.
There was another reason for the defensive struggle. It was field position. Witness this 58-yard punt by Kevin Bird of West, which put the Drillers back on their own 1-yard line. So trailing 7-3 at halftime didn't really faze head coach Kevin Snead.
Well, we felt like we were in good position. Last time it was a little bit worse, and we went in and we felt like we get the ball and get it back there. We felt like we could move the ball without the little penalties.
The third quarter proved to be more of the same. Defense and a lot of it. With the only real excitement coming on this play, when Brian Adams bobbled a punt, but somehow managed to recover the ball in a sea of Vikings. With the Valley title still hanging in the balance, the two teams took their 7-3 standoff into the fourth and final quarter. And it was then that the Vikings made their move. On 4th and 3 from the Driller 39, this fake punt resulted in a first down. That was followed by a 17-yard burst from Leon Don't Come Into My Den Weed. And then moments later, Isaac LeBlue took it into the end zone, and the Vikings were on top 10-7.
I figured that we had it all back together. I figured the line was ready and the offensive backs was ready to break through. And I figured that we could break it open anytime.
But then the Vikings gave the Drillers just what they needed, field position. And it happened on the ensuing kickoff, when Tony Abraham's kick was smothered by David Hinn near midfield.
Obviously, it wasn't an onside kick. I want to hear you say that. It wasn't. We've told him not to be too cute with it all year long, and he got a little bit too cute, and it obviously cost us.
And the Vikings paid a dear price. First, Driller quarterback Lance Geary weaved his way down to the 23-yard line, and then moments later, James Allison would punch his way into the end zone around the right side, and the Drillers would go on top 13-10.
We just came out and played ball, Our defense played well. They held Leon, they held Jason, The offense wasn't clicking to the fourth quarter, but we got it going.
And then just when the Vikings needed to grab back the momentum, they lost it. When DeAndre Roberson was ruled down on this kickoff return. A second look shows Roberson's knee did not touch the ground. The call put the Vikings inside their own 10, and moments later they were forced to punt. With the Drillers looking to run out the clock, James Allison ran out of sight, sprinting 61 yards for a score and a 21-10 Driller lead.
So what went through your mind as you were running to the end zone?
I just felt happy, and I looked back and see there wasn't no flags, And so I just took off from there.
You've had your share of touchdowns called back, haven't you?
Yes.
Man, I knew it was over. I knew it was over then. Once James broke it, when Lance scored or when we scored the first one, I wasn't sure because they can still come back, especially we missed the PAT. They could have come back and tied us and then we go OT. But then when James threw, I knew it was over. That was celebration time then.
They're a big play team. You know, they had the one big play in the first half that got them in, and then they had a couple of big plays in the second half. You know, and that's what they've done to people all year.
The final minutes were nothing more than a victory dance on the BHS sideline. The final score, Drillers 21, Vikings 10, a perfect 13-0 season for BHS.
It's great. We worked the whole season for this, and it all paid off at the end. You know what? I don't think everybody gave us the respect we deserve, and now I think we finally earned it. We've been trying to hold our boys and everything this whole season, but I think now it's time to earn some respect, and I think tonight we did it. This is all we wanted, Valley Championship. It couldn't have been sweeter to beat West.
This game to many meant bragging rights, but the true bottom line was emotion. There was no better example than that of Jason White of West and James Allison of BHS. Two running backs, opponents on the field, friends off.
This is my senior year, and I want this to be the Valley Championship. Plus, I wanted it for my coach. And it just didn't come out like that.
This is the best way to finish it off. Valley Champions, #1. I'm going to Disneyland, buddy.